tea lovers out there. I'm so excited today to share with you some of my favorite Puerh teas. So let's begin, right? This is my little tea table, and we're gonna warm up these tea wares by hot water. So let's see. We're gonna drink 4 different Puerh tea today, and here we have this one, Baotang, Old Village Puerh. And here we have a special one. As you see, the Dragon Ball of the Bingdao Puerh tea. Bingdao is actually the name of that village, and if you translate Bingdao into English, it's Iceland. So this is not from Iceland, not from that Iceland, but from a village where they have given the name to this tea, the Iceland Puerh tea. The reason why it's called Iceland is because it has a very sweet and cooling sensations, that it feels like you are in Iceland, and the very refreshing and yet a little bit chilly kind of sensation of when you drink this tea. And then we have another one which I will show you here. And there is another camera over there. So we are gonna. So here are my tea stash in this ceramic containers for storage teas. And then the third tea we are gonna drink today is this one. This one, 小户赛 Puerh tea. So as you see, it's in the tea is packaged in a tea cake, and it has a very long history of it. And then we are gonna drink this fourth one. It's Xigui, one of my favorites, and the Xigui is very renowned Puerh tea as well. So these two, 小户赛 and the Xigui, are similar in tastes and in everything, since they are from adjacent villages or tea areas, you may call it. And then we have this Bingdao. So all of the 3 has similar but different taste. So we are gonna get some tea out of this tea cake later, so I put it here, and then I put this back in my tea container from here. Alright, since I already have that Xigui in this can, as I prepared earlier. So alright, so shall we begin with these 2, and I will show you the first 宝堂老寨 over here. I have another camera, so let me see if you can get a good look at it. Yes, let's see. So, and over here we have this Iceland Bingdao Puerh tea. So the shape is in a Dragon Ball. I just see here. The shape is in a Dragon Ball. Yeah. Alright. And there's a stamp on this paper, Bingdao Xigui So this tea is actually from ancient trees. So the age of these tea trees are over 100 years old, at least. And the first one as well. So we're gonna have some. So the cups. This teapot is warm now, so now it's time to toss in this Dragon Ball. As you see, I'm using different teawares. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna use that camera to show you more of my teawares in close-up videos and some photos. And so let's begin with this one, the Bingdao, and the Baotang Lao Zhai as well. So we are gonna drink the Baotang Lao Zhai out of this purple clay teapot. Alright, so let's move around a little bit and to warm up this as well. So let's pour in some hot water around 92 degrees. To wake up the tea. As you see, the Dragon Ball is jumping up and down, bouncing, and happily, I suppose, to be able to bathe in water. So let's give it a few seconds. Alright, so we are gonna cook some more water, boil some more water here. And as you see, I use purified water, filtered water, since although the water quality in Sweden, where I'm living now, is fairly good, but if you drink the filtered water, you can feel the difference. It's very obvious that the taste of the water is much better. Since our teas are of premium quality, so why not have the water, which is essential in teas, to match up, to go along with these premium teas. Alright, so let's see. And then we are gonna drink out of this one. And then we're gonna have another teacup over there. Let's see, we're gonna use this one for this. So I have some different ones. So this cup and this cup are called fairness cup, which means that if you drink with your friends, your family, and then you pour out the tea to this fairness cup, and then you share the tea around the table with your family and friends. So that's how the name came along. And over there we have this, I will show you this, you can call it fairness water container. So you can pour out the water that you don't need to that one, Alright, and then which cup shall we use for this tea? I'm thinking about this cup, yes. So as you see, this very beautiful handmade 剑盏. So I will give you a close look at the texture on this one. And let's take a look in the inside. You see and it's the wonder of, so every 剑盏 cup is unique. As you see, it's so unique. They are treated as treasures in Japan. So in a few museums in Japan, they have considered and recognized that collections of 剑盏, which are just a few of them in Japan, which they treated them as national treasure. So of course this is a newly made and not for like 100 years ago or even longer back in time, but they are really great, and it feels so good in your hand as well. So let's see, and we're gonna pour out the water here. Now it's time to pull out the first infusion. Just boil some water. Well, I will show you how the tea looks like over here. And you see, let's pull out let's pour out the first infusion to my cup. Alright, so let's do the second infusion gently. Take a sip. People in China has a saying that you don't judge or comment on the tea the first infusion. So let's wait a little bit. Okay, so and now it's time for us to try the baotang Puerh as well. So let's get. You see that the first infusion I waited longer than the second one. It's because that this Dragon Ball tea is, since the shape is Dragon Ball and it's wrapped in as a ball shape, so it takes time for it to loosen up. As you see now it's start to to loosen up and to like it's stretching, like yawning and stretching after its beauty sleep, and when the warm water have weakened it up. It has a flowery like orchid kind of scent. Very very nice. Very very elegant. Very subtle and elegant. Yeah, you see the liquor is clear and filled with these fine, small, as I call it, hairs, like the very fine, like silver, like small hairs on the tea leaves. Okay, so let's let's unpack the third tea. All right, while we wait for the water to boil. So I move this aside a little bit. And here. So, alright, so we are gonna take out some teas from this tea tea cake. As you see, the 小户赛 Asian tree. It's one of the most famous village for Puerh tea as well. So the teas are from Yunnan province, and the culture there is that there are so many different indigenous how should I say folk groups who has been living there for hundreds and thousands of years. So let's put, there we go, and I'm gonna show you the tea here. You see, yeah. And over here we're gonna take a look at the tea. So the one tea cake is 357 grams. Since that this is the traditional way of packaging this tea. Since it's a long story, it's a very interesting story. That but I will make it short. So they used to transport this tea through the Silk Road to Tibet, and then to even to the Middle East. So on a horseback. So that's why they have invented this packaging. So seven of this one in a bamboo package. So and then they have put many baskets along two sides on a horseback. So and then they put some bamboo umbrella over it, so that the water will not get in the teas when it rains. But in the meantime, the tea is continuing its oxidization or fermenting process while on the journey. So, which makes this tea. So, when the tea arrives at the destination and it's ready to drink. So, so that's the wisdom of these tea farms, the people who works with the tea. And of course, nowadays the situation is different. So I have this tea in loose weight, so in a very convenient packages. So, but I have both this traditional packaging or in loose weight in a beautiful can or in a beautiful convenient packages of, as well. So let's take out some these teas. Let's see. So you use a tea knife like this, and there are some as it see. Okay. So then we have taken out the piece. Let's see. Yes. And now the water is boiling, and it's perfect. So we're gonna use this much. That's enough. It's quite enough. This much. So yep. And then all right. So let's see. Gonna use this much. Then I will show you the package of this as well. Over here you have the date of the harvest is 2016, the 28th of March 2016. So it has been a few years now. As you might be surprised if you don't know so much of Puerh tea, but the thing is, the tea you can compare it to wine. So the longer the wine is or the tea is, the better the taste is when it comes to Puerh tea. So so this tea we're gonna try. As you see, the tea is carefully stored and in a very nice way. During these years, it's continued to with the oxidization process, so which makes the tea has a more all-round taste and fragrance. Right, we put this aside, and then we're gonna put this aside. So let's warm up this cup we're gonna use now for this tea. So let's do like this. Oh. So let's warm up this one. And this. Really nice. Oh, okay, alright, so and we are gonna use this fairness cup to this one. Okay, let's get this aside. And then let's get this beautiful tea leaves in. I will just show you before I put the tea leaves in. So let's take a look. So this is the 小货赛, and over here is the 宝堂 Old Village, Puerh. And over there is the 冰岛, the Iceland, Puerh. Alright, so let's continue. This I put aside for now, and then which cup do you want to use for this? How about this one? This beautiful jade-like emerald cup. So this is also handmade, and it's also one of my favorite from artisan Mr. John. I will show you later with these teas. Alright, so it's time to pour in some hot water over here. So let's see. And the first infusion, we can pour out the tea quite quickly. The first infusion, there's no need to drink it right away. We can drink the first infusion later. So we put it away over there. And now let's infuse with the second infusion. I do this in order to let the water temperature go down a few degrees to around 92. And in the later infusions, we can increase the water temperature a little bit to around 95 or even higher. So these two teas are very similar in, as I mentioned, the taste and the fragrance and all the characteristics. They are identical. So we are gonna compare these two more in detail. So, and let's take a look at this beautiful cup. This is the Chinese Qing Ci. Qing Ci means the jade-like emerald china. So as you see, it's very. Let's see. You can see me on the surface of the glacier. And alright, and let's take another look at this one. So it's now I'm filming under natural lighting, so let's see, you can get a good look at it. Doesn't look like cosmos, all these beautiful shapes and colors like cosmos. Yeah. And on the outside as well. So this teacup is quite heavy. And on there is the stamp of this artisan. Yes, and if you are interested in tea wares, I will more than happy to make some video about different kinds of tea wares of premium quality as well. Yes, and that's it. We're gonna take a sip of the second infusion. And let's see. I mean, I'm kind of speechless. The sweetness is the sweetness as though as you have. It's not sugar. It's definitely not anything similar to the taste of sugar, but more similar to taste of honey, since it's sweet but not over, like it's not over too much, and it's a good balance. And then you have this aftertaste, which are very pleasant. So now let's get the third infusion to this one. Let's see. Tea leaves are bathing happily in there. So this tea brewing technique is the traditional Kung Fu style. So, and you may see that sometimes I do this. I feel the wow. It's like a jasmine, but not quite jasmine, but a very, very nice, pleasant flower scent. It's definitely not from my hands, since I washed my hands with unscented soap, but it's definitely coming from this lid. Wow, I mean, I get goosebumps just by sniffing at the lid. All right, so to compare these two, we infuse one more time on this one. So I think this one is a third infusion as well. So as well as that one. So we will see the color of the liquor together. Oh, over there is my bike. My bike fell down from the wall. So let's see. I'm sorry for the noise. The scent hasn't coming out yet. Perhaps it has something to do with the water temperature that is lower over there. So let's do a comparison of the liquor over here. So this one. Yeah, color and the color here. Yes. So, excuse me, I'm gonna move something around. So let's try this one more time. Oh, by the way, this tea is from the spring 2016, and this tea is from 2020. So, and this year is 2021. So this is last year's harvest. And let's look at the liquor. Yeah, crystal clear. Yet has a jelly consistency. And we will see this one. This one is this one too. It has a so it when you see them, so they are definitely not water or very thin, but you can feel that there are so much nutritions and goodness from the nature. It's great.